You just gotta love the developer of this game, you know? Just read this out, and you tell me if this is aggressive. The latest updates are unsatisfying, frustrating, and I am tired of hiding it. Criticism of the game. Title, I should preface by saying, leave your anger for me at the door. I am disabled. I am disabled. In effect, and they did not leave their anger at the door, apparently. Ashigaru's taking more damage. This issue is horrendous. After 3 to 4 minutes of march on or wave 6 on any survival /tono defense map, Ashigaru is basically useless as they take 8 to 12 hits to kill and take massive damage. This wasn't the case a few weeks ago. And yeah, that's true. They basically made the damage 10 times worse for Ashigaru's, monks, and ninjas. So basically, DPS classes are basically glass cannons now. So if you run into like a Nodachi samurai as an Ashigaru, or like a monk, sorry, the monk will probably get almost one hit. The Ashigaru will get 3 hit by the Nodachi, even with basic armor, yeah. Higher infection rates across the board. Tanking doesn't make sense anymore. This is a slightly older issue. That's what was created by additions in March and April, but still a huge issue nonetheless. There's a complete lack of tanking in the game. You can get 8 hit by a random knife NPC and get infected as a goddamn samurai. Lanterns help with this, but then you lose out on the healing. Yeah, this basically makes tanking pointless. Yeah, the 3% infection tick as well. Like, that's a bug that they are refusing to fix, or rather, he's refusing to fix. This guy, this amazing guy. Let me just show you. I posted valid criticism. There's no hatred in this post. Your title is overly aggressive, as no significant controversial changes could be determined in the latest updates or your post's content. As if they didn't basically make you a glass cannon and then make your infection impossible to manage. Your post contains a preface saying that you are and leave your anger, which is quite strange and has a hostile undertone. How is saying please don't get angry at me, this is just my opinion, a hostile undertone? Like, genuinely. There's a reason I don't like these niche communities on Roblox. They're just full of crap, basically. NPCs that get too strong too fast. Yeah, basically, wave 6 NPCs, you can hit them twice with the Bicento, with the overhead, and they will still survive, and that's a normal civilian. In what world do you survive a fucking weapon with like a heavy just metal head at the end, chopping off your head? Like, this does not make any sense. These changes are just really shitty. Your progress in the game is basically invalidated because somebody thought it would be a good idea to add bullet sponges to the game. Lack of meaningful changes addition. Civilians isn't an addition, lol, in my opinion. Yes, this is my opinion. They added like 3 customization options for weapons, no customization options for the main armor, and 3 customization options for hats. That's 6 customization options total for the civilian. So basically, there's nothing new that's been added. Yeah, basically, you also get very little money from wave survival and even escape nowadays. They buffed the NPCs and increased the amount of them, and are wondering why the game isn't enjoyable and why the game is dead. Let's just look it up. On a weekend, no, ick. What are you talking about? On a weekend, this game usually, would get, yeah, would get like 600 players. Maybe there's 272 active players, from which we can only discern 20. We can only discern how much? $92. We can discern like 100 players maybe. You can see that it's not loading any more servers. We can discern that this is like what, 150 players, and it says active 272. You can only imagine how dead this is on a weekday. I don't even have to like pull up the statistics here because you can check yourself. Let's be honest here. Basically, you have like 70, maybe 30 players active at like 12 or no, 11 a.m. European time. So basically, like daytime, people are waking up and everything, and then afternoon even, you still have like upwards to 100, and that's mostly it. Yeah, also you cannot justify the game being a grind like they are making it to be with the current changes. Basically, there is a huge lack of customization. One polearm, second polearm that's slightly better, third polearm that's slightly different, so it's slightly different. And there's like no special mechanics. The Tsuruhashi does not actually have AP, it's just extra damage added on top. That's why you sometimes struggle to kill armored enemies. You will probably deny this, I just know it. But it's true. There's also the event in which a Bicento exists. And, like, why does it exist? It's just a better Tsuruhashi. And it doesn't make sense to have that. A slightly better spear. Yeah, you start with a bamboo spear, which is so idiotic and illogical. You start with full armor and a bamboo spear. Instead of giving them a proper Suyari, he just gives them a bamboo spear. Yeah, let's just go with that. That is gonna be historically accurate. This guy, by the way, advertises this game as historically accurate. What if in history there was an event, basically? This does most damage and this armor just deflects damage. Yeah, that's basically the game right now. There's nothing meaningful. Yeah, all of these have killed the game for me. Yeah, they have. You have submitted a false harassment report against the automated Kyoeki mod team's bot reply. This is forbidden. It's forbidden. Yeah, you can just mute me from replying to you, even though I am not even being aggressive with you. And after I report your bot for harassment, this is obviously just targeted at me because I'm criticizing him. This is just illegal harassment. I reported it, and he's mad at me? Okay, good. Stay mad, I guess. Maps like that, Swamp One, are horrible. If there wasn't a limit to how many look... Yeah, this map is horrible. Everybody fails on this map. And the people who say they don't fail on the map they're like very sloppy American Western players who just love just gobbling up whatever this developer says. There's like no discourse with them. Like, even if you criticize NPCs in game, oh, the NPC was weirdly strong. No, you're just bad. You're just bad. Kill yourself. Yeah, that's basically what they will tell you. And that drives me into my next point, which is the community is just, oh, skill issue the instant you die, but it's completely fine if they die. If you point anything bad out. Yeah, basically, if you point anything out, like, that's bad with the game. You just get fucking dogpiled, and this developer doesn't do anything about it. But if you fight back, like, if you insult them back, you can get a Roblox ban, you can get banned by the developer because he's friends with some rather toxic people on the game. I should probably, hold on. Actually, I'm not gonna show them because that's naming and shaming, but this developer basically is friends with some horrendous people that say some rather interesting things when you criticize the game in-game. Basically, you say, oh, this NPC is kind of shit, you know? It's bad game design. No, it's not bad game design. You just have a skill issue and you need to kill yourself because we say so. And some people will say, oh, just block them and ignore them. It's impossible to block and ignore when these people actively go around spreading shit about you behind your back and talking massive just fucking smack towards you and everybody you know. Calling you a predator and everything because you made them mad about something. And then I asked, what's your experience of Kyoeki? This is forbidden. You can see that he speaks like a Chinese person, but he is not. He's American. And that's highly obvious. I blocked him because I don't want him commenting under my shit. I'll probably have to make this one myself in Blender, but sure. And what does he add? Oh yeah, the historically inaccurate dog shit that is used in drawings of demons. Yeah, you know, just let's add this to a game that I want to be historical. That's definitely the play here. Oh my fucking god, bro. This game is a waste of your fucking time. Female, and the female is just male voice sped up and a slightly different model, and that's it? That's the joke? Like, what? God, I hope the Gooners don't find this game because it's so shit. They will never get over it because it's bad. They will make one thing and then complain about it till the end of time for like some random reason that they cannot make Roblox sex on the internet. Oh yeah, this doesn't happen. This doesn't happen. There's no civilians. It's mostly samurai that come at you in the marsh. So amazing art you're drawing here. Amazing art again. Mostly civilians, even though mostly Ashigarus and samurai come at you out of these buildings and to hit you. So let's go ahead. And this is also not real. The streets are filled with like shit, so you can't survive. Instead of making the game actually interesting, he made bullet sponges and put a lot of them. Like, broski, just put the fries in the bag at this point. Yeah.